Hey guys, welcome back to Raising Ash here, and we're going to be looking at a Tyrantrum deck. And for the city challenge, I was able to get in on this deck real quick, and they sent them over to me, and it was a real interesting game. This is again done in expanded form, and I've turned up the speed to the movie, and so we can get through the game. So what we have now is they're drawing their prize cards, creating their actives, and getting all set up. I think they're waiting for time at this point. We got brown sleeves and we got the play Pokemon sleeves. You either trade it for those or want a city, because that's the only one that can happen here. We have a Seismitoad go down and a Giratina. Looks like she played Hoopa, which is a great card. She's going to be able to go back into her deck when she plays that from her hand onto the bench and go back into her deck and pick up a few Pokemon EX. So she's probably going to pick up, a Keldeo for the Perpetual Switch, and then she'll probably pick up a Shaman possibly, and, oh, no, she picks up a Dialga and a Shaman. There you go. Now, the Dialga is a great play. It allows you to discard any special energy that is on a Pokemon. So for Seismitoad, because most people go to the DCE, the strategy is to get the Dialga out and attack so you can strip the Seismitoad of the DCE. So she's going to go back in with the Ultra Ball, and get a Bronzor. So now she has her charge Pokemon, 2 that'll be set on the bench, and she'll be running 1, 2, 3, 4. So the total amount of on the bench you can have is 5. So let's see what she decides to throw down on her bench, because she has a few more Pokemon than that in her hand. I think she's going to want to get down that Bronzor, yep. And now she has the Shaman. She's going to draw up again, taking a look at her hand. She has a Tyrantrum, which is a great Pokemon in this play. What a beautiful, this is just a beautiful setup right now. She's got the energy on Tyrantrum. She's went ahead and put the Floatstone on Keldeo. I mean, this is just the perfect setup at this point for this match. He's going to go ahead and roll a Tails, but is still poisoned. Again, this is expanded, so you're going to see a lot of Hypnotoxic lasers come down. He's going to play the Jirachi, search for the supporter, probably going to get a Sycamore, I would assume, and play that Sycamore out. The nice thing about the Jirachi Stellar Guidance is that when you play that down from your hand, you're allowed to pick up 1 supporter, and that's what he's doing at this point. And so it sort of gives you a way out if you drew dead. Yeah, he's going to pick up a Juniper, which works the same as a Sycamore, and he's going to probably just be discarding his hand and drawing up 7. Oh, yeah, that's what he's doing, showing his hand, and he will go ahead and draw up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sometimes you just gotta take 7. 7 it is. 7 we go. Here we go. Let's take a look at the 7. Oh, we got the DCE drop. And a Tool Scrapper. Now that was a massive play. That was brilliant to put in that Tool Scrapper. And a massive play. Taking off that Floatstone will stop the Keldeo from the Perpetual Switch. Oh, he did get the strip of the energy on the Tyrantrum. That is another massive play. He has just offset it, put her back a few rounds here from that. She's going to go ahead and Juniper and try and go ahead and catch up a little bit. She needs to catch up a little bit. She's looking for that Floatstone again. Usually these decks run 2 Floatstones in order to get it on that Keldeo and create that switch. If she can create that switch, she can stop the poison damage going down. Oh, she opted. It looks like she's passed, and it's back to the Seismitoad deck. And there's no energy on the board, so he can't play any Crushing Hammers. He probably wants to get a Muscle Bound down and a few more Pokemon down on his bench. I think he's taking his time at this point, seeing where he wants to go and what he wants to do. So it looks like he's going to play down the Hex Maniac. Now the Hex is going to stop anybody with abilities from using them. And so that doesn't allow Keldeo to rush in. That was a great play. It stops the rush in off the Keldeo, which means she can't save the Pokemon and deny the prize cards. She's going to go ahead and play a 0-6, which was brilliant. She's going to be able to discard that DCE. If she can discard the DCE, she can take off the item lock possibly if he can't put down another DCE, double colorless energy in the next round, which is a brilliant play. You really want to get those DCs off those Seismitoads. You don't want to play the entire game item lock. It is almost an auto loss at this point if you were to play the entire game item locked. Any deck runs between 20 and about 26 items, so being item lock almost is 1/3 of your deck at any one point. Oh, it looks like she goes ahead and gives out the Pokemon. He's going to take 2 prize cards and go up in the league. Now she's going to put Bronzor up. I don't think I would have done that. Probably would have put down a Dialga on my next turn and then try to strip that energy away, because you're not going to be able to put down the Floatstone and the Bronzor because you're going to be item locked, and the Bronzor is one of your charge Pokemon, so you definitely need Bronzor. I probably would have given her the Keldeo or the Hoopa as sort of a meat Pokemon. Now, Seismitoad deck here, the Hoopa sleeves, is going to go ahead and play down again that Hoopa. That Hoopa is going to allow him to get into his deck and draw some Pokemon EXs. He'll probably pick up, yep, he picked up a Keldeo to create that perpetual switch, and he's also going to pick up probably a Shaman and maybe another Seismitoad possibly. Yep, Seismitoad, and then the Shaman will probably go down and he'll draw up. It looks like he'll draw up to 3. A lot of people hesitate on the Shaman. The reason why is that the Shaman's only 110 HP and it's a 2 prize card swap trade. So if you were to put down the Shaman and get it Lysandered up, again, you run into the difficulties of an easy prize exchange. Now he has a Jirachi too, which is a 90 HP on his bench, and he knows that. So he's going to go ahead and call up, Lysander out the Keldeo, and bring the Keldeo up to the active. I think I would have taken out the Bronzor myself at this point, but he opted with the Keldeo. So let's still go ahead and see what's up his sleeve. Killing the Keldeo allows you, basically knocking out the Keldeo allows you to go ahead and stop the perpetual switch. Once the perpetual switch starts, it's very hard to get back in the game. The reason why is because they're continually switching out and denying the prize cards to the opponent. This sort of creates a prize card exchange war and doesn't allow the opponent to take any. And at the end of the day, that's sort of what you want to do. You want to deny prize cards to your opponent. It's gonna go ahead and shuffle in. Got the city sleeves there. He opted to play down that Shaman, so he went ahead and drew up. Now he has 2 very potential easily hit Pokemons with our risk plays on his bench. He has the Jirachi at 90 HP, and he has the Shaman at 110 HP. So she's going to put down the Giratina, go to the DDE. Now she's been hesitant about putting down the DDEs because of the enhanced hammers, the crushing hammers. Those type of cards can get stripped away. And what she's looking for is the Floatstone right now for the Keldeo. If she can get the Floatstone on the Keldeo, she'll be able to create that perpetual switch again and be able to get him out of there and start moving around the Giratinas to take shots, also moving around the Tyrantrums. She went ahead and N, and she's going to take 6. This is a great play. Ending denies the opponent resources, so the opponent's going to go down to 4 cards, and she's going to go to 6 cards. She's got the Bronzor, massive play. She played the Skyfield out. It doesn't look like she has the Dialga. Dialga would be a great play right now, as you can pull the Dialga up. She's going to play that on the Shaman again and take away that special DCE off the Seismitoad to sort of stop the item lock. Oh, Looks like she's playing down the energy onto the Giratina. Okay, he's going to draw for turn. The Seismitoad deck's going to draw for turn. He's looking right now. Probably wants to get a muscle band on that Seismitoad. Crushing Hammer. Oh, that was massive. He's going to take off that DDE. And with that Crushing Hammer, he's gonna strip down. Now, most decks only carry 4 DDEs, and that's the reason why it's massive. Getting stripped of, he just stripped down the entire bench. It's going to set her back possibly another round if she can't get anything going in the next round. Crushing Hammers are massive plays. Once you start hitting heads on those, you're able to basically strip down your opponent and buy yourself a turn where the opponent can attack. Now, most of these decks only run 4 Double Dragon energies because that's the max you can run. So even taking one of them away and having 3 in a 60 card deck, or having 3 in whatever your deck's left over there, as you can see, it forces her to sort of go digging. Oh, he did buy, it looks like he's going to buy the round. Looks like he's going to buy the round, and he's fishing right now. He's fishing right now for the Pokemon. I'm going to shuffle in. Yeah, it's just a massive play. Once you start getting those Crushing Hammers to hit heads, he's going to play down the Giratina. He's going to use the Skyfield against her own stadium, and he's going to go ahead and start putting Pokemon down. He has the Mewtwo, the Shaman. He's going to draw up to 6, and he's going to play the Giratina off the end. He's going to take a look through his head. Oh, and another Quaking Pedge. Again, item luck is completely massive. Now she's going through her hand, and she's probably have quite a few items in her hand that she's unable to play. So what she's looking for is some sort of supporter to get her moving. She's going to play down the Metal Energy on the Keldeo. I'm not sure. Maybe she's going to try and manual retreat, and she's going to go for the Giratina. Now, the Giratina is going to have the Metal Energy on it, and she's going to play the Aegislash. Might be a good play. If she can get the Aegislash inactive, Seismitoad will stop doing damage, but at the same time, she will still be item lock. The better play is actually to have Dialga and strip him of his special energy. Once he's stripped of the special energy, the max amount of DCEs that the deck can run is 4. So taking even 2 special energies off the Seismitoad is a massive play for these type of decks. It forces the opponent only to play with 2 DCEs versus 4 DCEs if one's not prize card. So right now she's past the turn. The Giratina is getting fully charged, and with that he has the Keldeo for the perpetual switch. He can do the Russian retreat, bring up the Giratina, and look for a knockout on the Keldeo at 120. Keldeo is 170, so you're looking at 60 plus 120. If he can get a muscle band on the Giratina. So that's probably what he's digging for right now. If not, he'll be doing 160. It looks like he's going to bring up the Giratina. I'm surprised that he didn't take the prize card on that. So this is an interesting play. Looks like the perpetual switch is coming in. He's going to bring out the Giratina, and it's going to hit for 100. Now, the Giratina's Chaos Wheel, what that does allow is it denies them to play stadium cards, special energies onto their Pokemon, which is huge because she has 2 Tyrantrums out there that now she will no longer be able to play. And she can't play her Double Dragon energy. So what she has to do, smart play. What she has to do is she has to Hex the Giratina, But that really isn't going to help anything here because the Giratina goes off the effect of the attack, where the Hex will only take away the ability. Now, the Giratina's abilities is that it prevents Mega EXs from attacking it. So having that sort of ability and being able to Hex is great if you have Megas on your bench. In this case, she does not. She's going to go ahead and Bronzor onto the active Keldeo. I think if I was her, I would have gone to... Yeah, I think she just wants to rush and retreat. Yep, yeah. And then retreat off of it and then go for the Aegislash. Now, Aegislash's ability blocks anybody with special energy. So she's going to 0-6 off that special energy, and that is a great play, great strategy. And Aegislash's ability is going to buy her some time here. Hopefully she can put together something at this point. Oh, he does have the special energy in hand. This is a massive play, but he still cannot hit the Aegislash. So he will need to play a Hex Maniac in order for him to hit the Aegislash. Again, the Hex will turn off the abilities of Aegislash. Oh, it looks like he does the perpetual switch, rush and retreat, and he's going back to the Seismitoad. Now, the Seismitoad, unless he can play a Hex, he's going to go ahead and poison. Just going to put, oh, in sleep. Sleep does not turn off the ability. Now he's got the muscle band on the Seismitoad, the DCE muscle band. He's going to take one, but it will not be doing any damage. So she still is, the effect is still in play, and she still is item locked. Unfortunately, he's not doing any damage, so the muscle band plus the 30 off the attack would have done 50, plus the poison would have been 60. Unfortunately, none of that came to fruition there, and all of that is blocked by Aegislash's ability to block anybody with special energy. So no damage can be done on him at this point. She's going to play down the energy on Tyrantrum, which is a great play. I'm going to try and get Tyrantrum going. Now, she is allowed to play special energy at this point. By retreating the Giratina and not using his attack, she can go back into the special energy. So what she really wants to get is another DDE down on Tyrantrum. She's going to roll Tails in to see if she wakes up. She does not wake up. Oh, Lysander up. Great play. He's going to go ahead and take the last play. He decided to opt to not take it and bring up the Giratina. Now he's just going to go for straight power. He's got the muscle band on the Giratina now, and he's going to be able to knock out that Keldeo. That Keldeo is a massive play. She's going to play the Aegislash again, and if you can get to another Lysander on the next turn, it will be over.
All she has to do at this point is just get to the Lili and it's going to be over. But as you can see, the energy's dropped on the Giratina, and the Giratina is actually going to stop them playing the stadiums and the special energies. And that is just massive for the deck. I mean, she's not going to be able to do anything without playing some special energies. At this point, what her strategy is to do is just stall. And that's what she really wants to do. She wants to go into this and see if she can stall him out and see if she can pick up some sort of DDE, charge up that Tyrantrum and bring that Tyrantrum up. Unfortunately, she is down 4 prize cards, and at this point being down 4 prize cards is just a massive issue. And it's really hard to get around. Now she went ahead and played at that Faded Town, which was a wise move, and got some of the Skyfield off the playmat. And by doing that, she went ahead and she limited her Pokemon, and then she's going to try and evolve these Bronzongs into Bronzors. Now, she's not item locked at this point. Chaos Wheel from the Giratina is going to be able to do some locking, but not to the effect of items what Seismitoad does. Giratina does special energy, tools, in stadiums. So yes, she is locked in some ways, but she is not out of resources. So he's probably going to run the Chaos Wheel if she can get to a Hex. Oh, he went ahead and went to the Hypnotoxic Laser. If he had a VS Seeker, he could probably get to that Hex. The Crushing Hammer went down, and she's going to go ahead and strip of energy. This is absolutely, oh man, this is just, at this point, basically, the mustard's off the hot dog. I mean, there's nothing they can do. He's going full board. He's got the deck. He's got the hand, and he's showing her everything that they have. All he has to do at this point is either get to a Lysander or maybe Hex. He decides to go down and play the Toad and keep the item lock pressure on. The item lock is absolutely devastating. She had the one turn with the Ultra Ball to go in to grab that Bronzong, and she didn't take it, so I was sort of curious because she knew, oh, she did take it. I must have missed it. So she did take that Bronzong. That's massive. She's going to be able to put 2 energies down on the Tyrantrum, and this is the major issue now. This is where the Keldeo comes in big, because if she can get to the Keldeo and do the Russian retreat, she would be able to play that Tyrantrum with that perpetual switch. But now she's in a state where Aegislash is going to be running a 3 retreat cost for energy, and to get Aegislash out of the spot will be difficult without the Keldeo. She's already taken off her Skyfield, and the Faded Town is there. But to be able to do that, oh yeah, the Hypnotoxic later. So right now he's just going to accelerate damage with the Burbank City to the Hypnotoxic laser, and this is just a massive move. I mean, this guy's running full board at this time. With the play Pokemon sleeves there. He's got the setup. He's got the Float Stone on the Keldeo. He's got the Giratina charged up. This is only a matter of time because the Aegislash is stuck in that particular spot. If she had the Keldeo in the Floatstone, this could definitely have been much more of the match, but at this point, it's just a ball about winding him down, and she's too far behind in prize cards. If possibly she was not this far behind in prize cards, where she had 6 prize cards, this could have definitely been the match here, and been able to do it. But again, she has to get that Aegislash out, and if she can't, it'll just end up going into a slow die mode here. Already having 100 points on it, he can go into that Mewtwo with that retreat and just start pounding it with Mewtwo. Now he's going to just keep the pressure on. Why not with the item lock? She won't be able to play items the whole entire round, and every round, and that is just such a massive destructive play to an opponent, where when you are item locked for that many rounds, for 5 rounds, you might as well just give in on the game at that point. It's so massive that you can see that this Hypnotoxic laser, he hasn't even been able to put damage on the Aegislash, and between Hypnotoxic laser and item lock, she is unable to do anything but just slowly wield away and watch her Pokemon get knocked out. And there is the game. There is the game. She was wheeled away by the Hypnotoxic laser. No damage from the Pokemon was put on it. He wheeled her down. It was a great play by the Pokemon sleeves. He really came out with that Tool Scrapper early when she got that great setup. It was just an all-around great moves by these competitors. She did everything she could to hold them off, but unfortunately the item lock, as you can see, was just too devastating at the time. That Tool Scrapper too, and then going into the item lock, really put the damper on the game. Please leave some comments and feedback. We'd love to hear from you. This is Raising Ash. You guys have a great evening wherever you're at, and we'll talk to you soon. Raising Ash out.